everyone! So quick story, when I first arrived in Canada, I had an experience with a loctician that took 2 days just to retighten my locks. So I decided that next time I'd just wait until I go back home to Barbados to get them done. At the time that meant waiting 4 months. I thought that it would mean that my hair would just look a little rusty for a while, but it actually weakened my locks to the point where 7 of them broke off. So I learned that waiting too long to retighten can be dangerous, and I definitely don't recommend waiting 4 months. However, because of this experience, I decided to look for ways to help stretch the time between retwists. Tell us in the comments, what is the longest time that you have ever gone without retightening your locks? Wash like you have beginner locks. When I first started my locks, I banded my hair when washing it. The aim of this was to avoid disturbing the locks as much as possible and to prevent slippage. In this case, this will help to mitigate frizzing and reduce the impact of prolonging a retightening appointment. For more detail on how to do this, see my post, How to Wash Beginner Locks. I made sure to wash my locks every 3 weeks because the less hair manipulation, the better. Separate your roots after washing. This will allow you to keep your parts neat because you will be separating the new growth before it gets too tangled up. Doing this also protects the most vulnerable part of the lock and the place where it is most likely to break if left unlocked for too long. Loosely plait your locks. As mentioned earlier, the less manipulation, the better. Keeping your locks braided will reduce frizzing and keep them neat for a longer period of time. It will also eliminate you having to style them every day, which would put extra strain on your roots. Keep your satin cap on. I wear my nightcap even when I'm not sleeping in order to protect my locks and retain as much moisture as possible. Don't get me wrong, there are some days where I get tired of looking like a bum and I take it off. However, for the most part, I try to keep my hair tied down when I am trying to stretch the time between retwists. When not sleeping, be sure to push it an inch away from your hairline so that there is no pressure on your edges. Lessen how often you moisturize. When going long periods between retightennings, I reduce the frequency of moisturizing and only do it every 3 days. It is important to keep your locks moisturized, but daily moisturizing can also cause them to frizz more quickly, which is what we are trying to prevent. Drink enough water. I thought that this was important to mention because you're lessening the moisture applied from the outside, your hair will have to rely more on the moisture from the inside. Therefore, drinking water becomes even more critical. Consider retightening yourself. I decided to retighten my locks myself for the first time during the COVID-19 pandemic. But sisterlocks is more difficult since it is a trademark technique and it's definitely not recommended that you do them without the adequate training. That being said, I decided to take the risk and try to figure it out on my own. If you want to know more about my experience, see my post, Self-Retightening Tips.